Hello, I'm CJ Werleman, and in this week's episode, we not only name and shame Hollywood celebrities who have remained silent on Gaza, but also we outline how we can all work together to successfully pressure them into condemning the state of Israel. But first, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our show. Now, let's get into it. Last week, when hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were bombed and forced to flee Rafah, or what was meant to be the last so-called safe zone in Gaza, Hollywood celebrities attended the Met Gala in New York City, where they gathered and flexed their unrivaled privilege and wealth as Palestinian children were slaughtered in their beds. This was America's Marie Antoinette moment, because this was Hollywood saying, let the peasants eat cake while we watch other peasants in Gaza being literally wiped off the face of the earth. This moment served as a powerful reminder that while we live on the same planet, these celebrities live in a completely different world. One that has made them callously indifferent to unmitigated and irrefutable evil, which is taking place before their very own eyes. Well, it's time to name and shame these moral cowards, with the aim of pressuring them into using their massive influence to stop the violence in Gaza and put an end to the criminal and barbaric Zionist military occupation of Palestine. And I'm not talking about those who have already sold their soul to the devil in publicly declaring their support for Israel as it commits undeniable genocide, like Amy Schumer, Michael Rappaport, Gal Gadot, Jerry Seinfeld, and the like. I'm talking about celebrities who have either stayed silent or have explained their silence by falsely claiming the conflict is nuanced, complicated, and historical. And because of that, they don't have the necessary expertise to comment publicly, which of course is not only absolute nonsense, but also a Zionist manufactured cop-out. Because it's not complex, it's not nuanced, it's just straight up textbook genocide. Even Jewish Holocaust survivors and Israeli academics say so.
I think that indeed what we're seeing now in Gaza is a case of genocide.
This honest and honorable man has since been threatened and harassed by his fellow Israeli citizens and Zionists everywhere. Raz Segal will pay a huge personal cost for being brave enough to tell the truth. It may even cost him his life, God forbid. Now, juxtapose his moral courage against that of famous music producer DJ Khaled. He's one of the most successful artists on the planet, a Muslim American and son of Palestinian parents. But this heinous coward has not uttered a single word in public about the Holocaust that has fallen upon his brothers and sisters in Gaza, out of fear that he will lose fame, prestige, and status by doing so. This is what famous English football player Gary Lineker had to say about the cowardice that exists in Hollywood today.
Raise your voice against what they're now doing there. You get accused of being a supporter of Hamas or, all this kind of stuff. So there is, there's a lot of heavy lobbying on people to be quiet. So I understand why most people refrain, but I'm getting on a bit now. I'm fairly secure, and I can't be silent about what's happening there. I think it's so utterly awful. And now they're talking about, it already looks like it's happening, going into Rafah, where they've sent everybody down there. So, I don't think you can be, it's not anti-Semitic to say that what Israel is doing is wrong.
In staying silent, celebrities like DJ Khaled have made a commercial decision. They have decided that speaking out against Israel's crimes against humanity will cost them reputationally and financially. They believe taking a pro-Palestine position will also reduce their access and privilege in Hollywood. As one activist put it, today's celebrities have been transformed into human billboards that multi-billion-dollar corporations, along with the US and Israeli governments, use to weaponize our innate desire for art and music against us, as beautifully explained by Israeli historian Giora Goodman in his book and in this recent interview here.
I was surprised again and again to find just how much effort and care and thought had been put in by Israeli government officials, by Israeli IDF officers into bringing over to Israel's cause what is the global entertainment capital?
So,
The list of truly famous and influential celebrities to stay silent on Gaza is long and exhaustive. But what stands out here are the names of those who have a proven history of speaking up forcefully on human rights issues. Artists such as Beyoncé, Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift, and George Clooney. But take Clooney's wife Amal, for example. She has not said a solitary word about Israel's genocide in Gaza, despite having carefully branded herself as the global champion of human rights, while speaking out against genocide in Darfur, Sudan, Myanmar, and ISIS-held territory.
Counsel to Nadia and to other Yazidi women and girls who were kidnapped, bought, sold, enslaved, and raped by ISIS. And my brief is the pursuit of justice.
This is just another example of how it's easy and even rewarding to condemn atrocities committed by Muslims. But on the flip side, problematic for Westerners when Zionists commit genocide against a predominantly Muslim population in Palestine. This double-edged sword, or rather, naked hypocrisy, is also demonstrated by my favourite band of all time, U2. Now, full disclosure, this part of the episode is going to hurt me tremendously, because I am a bona fide U2 sycophant. I own all their albums, have read all of their biographies, and every year I count among the top 0.1% of all listeners on Spotify. And I don't just love them for their music, but also their politics. Its lead singer Bono has championed human rights causes around the world, having led efforts to end hunger and AIDS in Africa and apartheid in South Africa. His song Silver and Gold from the mega hit album Rattle and Hum is an ode to Nelson Mandela and his fight against white supremacy. But Bono, cowardly, has never uttered a word about apartheid in Israel and the occupied territories, even though 12 Israeli human rights groups and civil society organizations have labeled Israel an apartheid regime. His duplicity is further illustrated by the fact that he paid tribute to the 200 Israelis killed at the music festival on October 7th, but has never once said anything about the 40,000 Palestinians killed by Israeli Jews in Gaza. So today, the way I feel about Bono and U2 is the way that anti-Zionist fans of Taylor Swift now feel about her.
as a longtime fan of Taylor Swift, I'm blocking her. It really rubs me the wrong way that 4 years ago, she made a whole ass documentary where she was crying and talking about how she regrets not speaking up on political or world issues earlier. But 4 years later, a whole genocide is happening and she's at the peak of her career and she's not said one word.
Millions around the world are now doing exactly what she's doing. They are blocking and boycotting Hollywood celebrities who are not speaking about Israeli brutalities in Gaza. The objective of Blockout 2024 is to reduce their social media followers and impact their revenues, therefore pushing them into action, and to use their massive influence to end the worst genocide of the current century and denounce the racist ethno-nationalist ideology that underpins this crime, Zionism. And guess what? This campaign is working. Kim Kardashian has already lost 3 million followers, which has set off alarm bells amongst her peers in Hollywood, because celebrities know they are nothing without our attention. They thrive because of us, which means we have the power to influence and even correct their behavior. So do whatever you can to support Blockout 2024. I'm certain that Taylor Swift, Beyoncé, Kim Kardashian, George Clooney, and even Bono will soon take a stand against Israel, because ultimately every celebrity wants to be on the right side of history. And I can assure you that this show will continue to hold Hollywood's feet to the fire, at least until every Palestinian enjoys peace, security, and freedom. But that's my time for today. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we kindly ask you please support our effort to expose and confront injustices in the Muslim world by becoming a member of this show at patreon.com/CJWhirleman. We can't produce, sustain, and grow this show without your help, and we offer exclusive benefits to those who do. But for now, good night, good morning, wherever you are, and stay blessed.